All right, so this is obviously going to be one of my favorite streams, probably of all time, as I've been doing these with the new setup and everything. Um, Philly Twitter. What is wrong with Philly Twitter? Everyone wants to ask that because it's pretty much the most sociopathic fan base on Twitter, and I'm saying that confidently, and I'm not saying that just as out of speculation because it's the truth. That's how I'm able to bait people into quoting my tweets all the time and putting it out there like a low dangling fruit that you just put down, you pull up, put down, pull up. They try to get at it like a bunch of pack of fish. That's what they do. Philly Twitter sucks. And I'm not saying that all Philly fans suck. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the reason why I like Twitter so much is because it's entertaining. It's very entertaining seeing your typical person act like such a complete fool and they don't even see it. Everyone has the same opinion on Twitter. And if you don't have the same opinion of them, number one, they either attack you, or number two, they either mute or block you. And that's not how humanity should work. Humanity should be to where you give people chances. You give people chances to state their opinions, whether they're a fact or all speculation. You have to give a human being an opinion. And, I'm going to shout out one of my favorite Twitter followers as of right now. Tori from the block. She's a girl. She works for A2D Radio. I don't know if she's on a show right now, but I think she's the only woman on that platform right now. Go sub her up. Go give her a Twitter follow. Obviously her political views are different from everyone else's. That's the only reason why she gets bashed on a consistent basis. It's not because she has bad sports takes. It's not because she has good sports takes. It's because she doesn't agree with anyone else's political views. In order for you to be liked on Twitter, thanks for the super chat, by the way, go Philly Eagles. I'll read that in a second. In order for you to be liked on Twitter, you have to like a certain group of politics. You need to be in a sheep crowd. If people find out that you're not a liberal or a liberal only, if people find out that you're a Republican, something's wrong with my camera. I'm sorry, guys. They will disown you. They won't give you a shot. They'll act like you never existed. They will mute you. They will block you. They will treat you like shit. And whenever you have a sports take, they'll go against it completely, even if it's the right one and they agree with you. That's not how sports Twitter should work. That's not how it should work. And that is Philly Twitter in a nutshell. And people want to ask, is that the only sports fan base that acts like that on Twitter? I'm pretty sure it's the only one. I really am. Because Philadelphia, you have to understand something. Philadelphia is one of the most liberal cities, and I'm sorry about the camera, guys. Philadelphia is one of the most liberal cities in America, period. And it tends to, the liberal crowd is just such a weird crowd to pick up on, for some people, not for me, for some people. Liberals tend to be in the age range of, 22 up until 75. It's a very wide gap because my aunt, who I absolutely hate, is a liberal and she's a feminist. Yuck. And these people tend to be high school bullies that want to change their persona because they can no longer act like that. They could act like they're fake nice. And then people are like, oh, this guy's nice. Let's go follow him. Blah, 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 blah. When I can tell exactly who is fake and who is not on Twitter. That's why I put out so many bait tweets on the timeline. People want to say, oh, I'm stupid. No, I do it because it generates a reaction because these people are morons. Like, for example, back in February, I said that Kyle Pitts, the number 4 pick in the NFL draft, had heavy feet and looked slow. Do you really think that I actually believe that? It had 225 quoted tweets. The 96 people that actually liked it knew where I was going with it. Liberals are the dumbest people on the face of the earth. Literally the dumbest. And they're the easiest to fuck with. I was right about Carson Wentz being complete ass. I was right about Ben Simmons being complete ass. All right. There have been a lot of things I've been right about. There's also been some decent things that I've been wrong about, But when I preach about certain things in Philadelphia, well, for my Philly teams, that I actually want to get out there, those aren't bait. Those aren't bait. When I said Carson Wentz stinks and people wanted to attack me, I genuinely wanted Nick Foles to be the starter of the Philadelphia Eagles. I genuinely wanted that Because as my grandfather, who tragically passed away in 2007, shout out to him, rest in peace, Grandpa, I love you. He said, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. The guy won a Super Bowl. I don't care if he got you there. He won the Super Bowl. Which other quarterback in our franchise's history has done that? None. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. You know? And the problem with Philly Twitter is, like I saw one of my not good friends, but I talk to him all the time, Lee Nelson81, shout out to him. People are dying for a fresh voice in Philly sports talk. They really are. And that's true. The Mike Missinellis of the world suck. Angelo Cataldi's probably going to retire. So, people hate Howard Eskin, even though he's one of the more brilliant minds in Philly. You have Elliot Shore-Parks, who is a fucking troll and gets paid to troll. You have Joe Giglio, who people hate. I actually think he's pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. But yes, Philly does need fresh blood. They do. And when you follow people like, and I'm not even going to front about this. I'm going to call people out because I really don't care. When you follow people like the Philly Talk podcast, when you follow people like Run It Back Philly, when you follow people like Philly Take with RB, which I will say Philly Take with RB, I actually did like his content up until he told me to switch teams. And then I found out that he was a fake piece of shit. So from that point forward, I just stopped following him. But people like that who tend to do the same exact thing, the same thumbnails, the same reaction streams, the same collabs where then they tend to do reaction streams, those aren't what people are talking about when it says new blood in Philadelphia. Those are views and sub-horse. That's what they are. There's people want to ask, oh, how did you get to 10,000 subs so quick in 10 months? Simple. Because when you're sitting like this for 3 hours watching a game and doing play-by-play saying like and subscribe, it tends to happen. Those aren't real subs. Those aren't real views. Well, maybe they're real views, but they're not real subs. I want to see these guys getting 21,000 views per these streams, making a random video where they're just talking just like this and see if it matches up. It doesn't. They're fake. That's not the kind of content that people want in Philadelphia. And that's what I really want to blow over quick. It is this. Unfortunately, it's the norm. Unfortunately, it's the norm while people do the reaction streams because people tend to want views and subs more than actually getting liked based off what they talk about as a human being. They'd rather have views and subs even if the content sucks. And that's not okay. That's not what I came on YouTube to do. I only have 6,500 subs, and I'm damn proud of every single sub I have. I'm damn proud of everyone that watches me. But when these people get these subs in this day and age, and then they say, oh, they're better than you based off subs, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually gonna agree with Lamar Davis. I'm gonna agree with them. I sound mad jealous. I am. I worked my ass off for years to produce content. I worked my ass off to put my thoughts and opinions out there. My actual thoughts and opinions out there. And these fucking assholes grew up in this era where it's okay to bait people, to fucking get reaction streams, to get these views that aren't accounted for because they say like and subscribe. It helps out the whole, what is it called? Where you actually bring people to your channel. I'll figure out the word later. But they grew up in a time era where literally they grew up in the perfect time era. That doesn't mean they're good. That doesn't mean they're better than you. I tried doing that. I tried doing that 2 years ago where I would sit in front of the camera. And you guys can go back and watch the videos. I was actually doing pretty good. I would sit in front of the camera. Algorithm, thank you. I would sit in front of the camera and I would do the play-by-play. I was one of the only people doing it at that time because I knew it was easy views. I knew it was easy subs. And I got like 500 subs within the first 3 weeks of doing it. And I felt slimy doing it. I just felt slimy doing it. I was like, this seems way too easy because before that, the content that I produced, I'd get like maybe a couple hundred to maybe 400 subs like every season, but I wouldn't get it to that rate. And that's the problem. That's what I'm trying to stop because it's like these people that are talking shit to me, people that talk shit in general, their content sucks. Their content is terrible. And like Lamar Davis said, yeah, I do sound a little jealous because I am because I put in my hard work and effort to not have it taken over by these schmucks that are not better than me. Because they're not better than me. You know, I'm entertaining. I'm funny. I say it how it is. I may be an asshole at sometimes. I agree with that. But I'm entertaining. These guys are not entertaining. They're fucking boring. They're boring. And they're getting 13 to 14,000 to 15,000 subs. For what? For what? No reason. Literally no reason. They suck. You know, it's like, I don't understand all the love. I don't understand all the love for these guys. I don't. It's like, oh, you provide good entertainment. What entertaining? Dude, I'd rather stub my fucking toe on a Lego than watch these guys. Like, these guys, they're not good. They're just not good. And I'm sorry for anyone that needs to hear that. It's the truth. I'm speaking for anyone that won't say it. It's annoying. It's annoying seeing someone that had 4,000 subs just 2 years ago have fucking over 100,000 subs because they do the live play-by-play. It's annoying. They're not that good. It's fucking annoying. If people like you, they will subscribe to you. If people love your content, they will like you for who you are. Not what you're trying to be, which is fake. And that's another thing wrong with Philly Twitter. Philly Twitter is the same as the Philly content creators on YouTube right now. They follow crowds. They say what they don't actually believe because people like it. They strive for likes and Twitter followers. You know, they're not acting like themselves, you know? And that's just one thing in humanity that I absolutely fucking hate right now. It's not just sports. It's humanity. Like, people sell themselves to the fucking devil every single day to be liked. It's just disgusting. It's gross. Like this whole COVID bullshit going on. There's facts coming out that the vaccines don't fucking work. Like in California, this Saturday, they're saying that they're putting the mask mandates on for vaccinated people and unvaccinated people. You know, and then you have people in the comment section saying it's pretty simple. You know, it's to protect the vaccinated people. What the fuck is the vaccine for? Like, are these people bots? Do they know what they're talking about? Like, it's like I sometimes I want to shut down my Twitter, but I don't want to cave. I don't want to give into these idiots. I want to keep baiting them because they're fucking morons. They're dumb. And then when they want to DM me and say, oh, you want to fight somewhere? I'm saying, yeah, name a time and place. You're not going to beat me. You're not. I may not be the most in shape person, but I possess skills that you do not have. Why do you think I go to MMA fights so much? It's my favorite thing to watch because I do it. You will not win. So, anyway, that's my rant to start the show. I'm gonna go read some of these sports comments, and you know, Lamar Davis. I actually really appreciate you saying that because the jealousy thing, because you know, it had to be brought up. It had to be brought up. I think Darius makes good Eagles videos, and thank you for asking that question. Well, actually, that statement. Darius used to be a really good friend of mine. All right, and I'm gonna call him out. He used to be a really good friend of mine. You know, and he's another one that gave into the Twitter pressure. You know, he's the one that gave into the politics. And unfortunately, I won't be doing any collabs with him anymore. I actually blocked him on Twitter, you know, because this guy, he chose to bring race into something, and he called me racist because I didn't like how Doc Rivers coached, because I said they'd get bounced in the second round, which they did. And he called me racist because he thought that I was saying that because of his social justice warrior thing, you know. And this is a guy that I hung out with at Xfinity Live. This is a guy that I hung out with at Eagles games, at tailgates. And he wants to call me racist? Like, it's like these people are fucking so brainwashed. Like, can people think for themselves anymore? And last time I checked, Darius is fucking half white. So that's another thing I just don't get. It's so weird, man. Like, these people are so fucking weird. They're weird. Man, I'm going to go read some of these comments. All right, so we got a $4.99 super chat from Go Eagles 1990. What's up, Metro? Going to be at the Tampa game this year. Thursday Night Football. I will try to be there. I don't know how many games I'm going to go to this year, to be honest with you. But yeah, thank you for the 4.99 super chat. Dude, go sub up, go Eagles 1990. He doesn't have the most subs, but he does his own content. He doesn't do this fucking bullshit where you do the fake like and subscribe shit. Like that's not what it's all about. It's about displaying your opinion. It's about just telling it how it is, and it's about being yourself. It's not about sub whoring, view whoring. It's stupid. That's dumb, and unfortunately, it's the norm today. And I still won't do it. Here's a pro tip. Quit Twitter. Garbage site of a hive scum and no. And here's the thing, all right? People always tell me to quit Twitter. The reason why I don't, and sometimes I think about it, but the reason why I don't is for the fact that it's so easy to trigger morons and it gets me through the day. Like when people actually hate me for something that I tweet because of my political views, like I'm a libertarian, but obviously, I'm obviously not on the left side. When I tweet something out that is actually factual and they want to find a way to manipulate it and make me look like a bad guy, it's all worth it to me because people try to work so hard to bring me down for my different views that it's just so entertaining. I'm not going to say associated, but it's so interesting talking to these sheeple of Twitter, to these morons of Twitter. They don't know what they're talking about, and I'm going to call out someone else. Not Mad Ben, the biggest libtard on Twitter. The guy who has fucking the comb over the size of, I don't even know, it's a bad comb over. But this guy wanted to fight me at the Atlanta Hawks Sixers game. This guy is smaller than my dick, all right? And this guy wanted to fight me at a Sixers game. I said, all right, bring it on. I'm sick and tired of these people treating people like shit for no reason. And I was going to do it. And then I actually felt bad. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to succumb down to this. I'm just going to be the better person because I really don't want to hurt somebody that badly over Twitter. I just don't want to do it. So it never happened. But these people try to prove a point when they're built like fucking Gumby. It's weird. It's really weird. The Twitter people are weird. Let me see. I missed a lot. Fuck Twitter. I mean, I don't listen. I'm not gonna say I hate Twitter, because it's entertaining. But the people on there suck. Like they really do it. They're all the same type of people. It's like, does anybody disagree? Do anybody disagree with the liberal opinion? Like, does anybody? Or are they too scared? It's weird. Really weird. Straight facts. Thanks, Master Chief. I really appreciate it. Am I going to the Vegas game? Maybe. I just got back from Vegas, so it's going to be kind of tough. But we'll see. I mean, they're running like $500 a ticket, so that's kind of expensive for an NFL game. Actually, that is expensive for an NFL game. So I don't know. The stadium looks nice from the outside, but we'll see. Ratio. Exactly. Like you comment something, people are like, comment this ratio. It's so stupid. And it's a bunch of like 14-year-olds. Sports and politics all mixed together. Yeah, but they always bring it into it for whatever reason. It's so weird. The Mullen signing was terrible. Absolutely horrible. I mean, let's be honest here. Foles got done dirty by 100%. 100%. He should have been the quarterback. I don't care if he was the less gifted, the less skilled. He was the guy that got it done at the end of the day. And you just don't get rid of that. Like he had magic here, Bro, how is Doc Rivers getting let off the hook? Multiple historic collapse. Because I feel like they're looking into it more as a Ben Simmons problem, and they're going to give Doc one more year because they don't really want to fire a coach after 1 year after firing Brett Brown last year. That's just the only way I could think of it. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't think he's a good coach at all. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. Was Allen Iverson talking about Howard Eskin when he went on All Smoke and said there's one guy in the media, I know you hate me, I hate you too? No, it can't be because him and Howard Eskin took a photo when he returned to Philly. So if he hated him, he wouldn't have took a photo with him. I remember that. That was when he was a Denver Nugget. He came back in 2008, I believe, and they took a photo together. Yeah, he doesn't hate him. Thoughts on Stephen A. hating on Asian players? It's bad. I wouldn't say he was hating, but you can't say something like that as as famous as a reporter as Stephen A. Smith, especially because the Ohtani's balling out right now. It's like the people in NBA, well, on NBA Twitter that were mad that Luka got the cover of 2K because he was a white guy. Luka's one of the best players in the league right now. Some people make everything about race, unfortunately, and it's sad. But the whole that was dumb. I don't think he should get suspended for saying something like that, but it was very stupid. Hey, what's up? Glad to see one of your streams again. Thanks, bro. I've been doing reactions since 2017 before I even knew this whole clout chasing logic. Norbcam, Delia, and Shingo excited me to do reactions to games. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing about doing the reactions to games, and you're not one of them, Desert. The whole thing about doing these reactions to games is it's okay. It's okay to do them when it's like a big game or whatever, but when you're consistently doing it for little to no reason, you're not sitting there for 3 hours to do it for no reason. You're sitting there to get likes. You're sitting there to get subs. When you do it 82 games out of the year and then the playoffs, you're going to get 1 million subscribers by the end of the year, even if you don't even work that hard. Like, it doesn't take that much work to say hit like and subscribe 50 times during a stream. It doesn't. And then you get the new people in there because the algorithm bringing new people in there, and then they catch them. And then it's like you create content afterwards, and then you start losing subs because they find out that you're not that good. Like, I want people on here that are genuine. I want people on here that are actually good at what they do. They don't sub whore. They don't view whore. I want people that are good, and there's not many people that are good. I hate to say it. I think I'm good. I hate to break to you. You guys might think I'm suck. People hate me or love me. That's a good thing. When people hate you, you're doing something right. When people don't hate you and they just watch you, you're black. That's it. When people love you, that's the crown jewel. When people love you for your opinions, when people love you for your facts, when people love you for your streams, and they keep coming back and there's no hate whatsoever, it's a crown jewel. But I will say this, it's also a problem because when you're not hated on by anybody and you slip up once, people turn on you. And that's the problem with the internet. So it's good to be yourself at all times, no matter what, so people don't think any differently of you. That's what I do. I'm myself. That's what I do. Kyle is a true diamond in the rough. Your time will come. Listen, I've been on here for years. All right. I've been on here this is my 10th season now. I'm happy for every sub I've got. I've been through good times. I've been through a lot of bad times. The fact of the matter is that, I am running the show. It's not year long. Maybe I should do it year long, but that is my show. It's a show. It's a show with 2 other co-hosts that I absolutely love and adore. It's a show. We're giving you guys a product. We're not lowballing you. We're not telling you to like and subscribe to give us generous subs. It's not about us. It's about you guys. It always has been. It's always been about the people watching. How do you think WWE gets people to watch their product even though it's fake? It's the fan. It's always been about the fan. Nobody else. Not me, not the other guy, the fan. It's always been about you guys. And people just don't seem to grasp that. And that's what I really need to rant about. Do I think the Bucks and Suns could go to a game 7? I now I do. No, I respect Nitro because he keeps it 100 and don't take no one's shit. I don't take anyone's shit. I don't. I literally, if someone has something to say to me, if someone has something negative or positive to say to me, I'm going to be real 100% of the time. Not 99% of the time, 100% of the time. And that's why there was some content creators that I used to get along with, but not anymore, because they showed the true colors and they slipped up once, because that's what I do. I make sure that somebody isn't fake, doesn't have a little ounce of fakeness in them, because I'm one of the best readers. I can read somebody from a mile away. I want to make sure that somebody doesn't mess up once, so I don't make them an acquaintance when they shouldn't be one. I don't want any fake people in my life. So when somebody fucking messes up once, I'm like, all right, yep, that guy's a fake. Shoo him away. Because it will come. If they're fake, it will come eventually. It just will. You know? Like I get reads on people that are like, wow, this guy might be fake, but I'll give him a chance. And then you just realize, you just see their body language, you see how they act, you see how they talk, you see the collabs they do. They do it with certain people and not with others. You know, it's very simple to read people, in my opinion. Not everyone can get that, but I can do it. And a majority of Philly content creators, not just Philly content creators, but a majority of content creators that I've collabed with or have associated myself with tend to fall into that category, unfortunately. There's not many people out there that are straight narrow-minded. Like, you know, and it's sad. It's really sad. The only Philly sports content creators I like is you, Broads, and Philly 500. And I was talking about Broads. I was talking about Broads last night. I never really talked to Broads, but Sports Talk with the Bros, he's genuine. He makes videos. He doesn't do reaction streams. He's on the fucking radio. That's a guy that is subbed up because people like him. He makes these weird faces. He makes people laugh, you know, and that's genuine. His sub count keeps going up, and he doesn't have to do that like and subscribe bullshit because people like him, you know, and we need more of that on YouTube. I'm sick and tired of the live reaction streams. It just makes me sick to my stomach as a human being. Like it really does. It's gross. It's grimy. It's like a cheap hooker on the Las Vegas Strip asking for $1. It's gross. Mask mandates for people vaccinated. Does no one realize how fucked up that logic is? It's terrible. It's dark times ahead, bro. Very dark times ahead. I think I missed something. I've been subscribed since 2016, brother. Yeah, I know you have. I think I sat next to you at the Arizona game in 2017. I remember stuff like that because, you know, we had a decent conversation too. I remember people that aren't fake. It's just what I do. If you are fake, I kind of just like brush you off. But yeah, I remember it. I remember things from way back because, you know, people stick in my mind. They're nice. You know, they have a conversation with you. I like people like that. You know, I don't like assholes like people on Twitter that, you know, they think they're better than everyone else just because they have a great job and they have political views of a fucking mushroom. You know, I I don't like people like that. I don't like people like that. Did I see that Rutgers landed the 4-star linebacker? Yeah, and better yet, they landed him from Penn State. They took him away from Penn State, which made it even better. Are you gonna do call-ins for Folly? Can you? Absolutely. Where does Felipe rank among the fakest people? You know, he's up there top 5. Felipe was the easiest to figure out because, you know, Tyson, you know, I'm gonna say this right now. Not everyone likes Tyson. You know, he does a lot of controversial things. I get it. I've known Tyson for a while. Me and him didn't see eye to eye like 5 years ago, but it came full circle maybe like within the last year. I understand why people don't really like him, but, you know, he's a good guy at heart. Like, he really is, you know, and he wants to do the best that he can to bring down the bad people in the world. People want to say that he's just sub-horn and view-horn off of EDP. No, he's actually doing good to the world. He doesn't want EDP back on the internet. Like, he doesn't. Number one, EDP did Tyson wrong a long time ago. Like, he made fun of him for his race or whatever. Like, what I think he called him Muslim or something, and he didn't even do anything to him. And then Tyson's that kind of guy that you don't want to fuck with. People need to realize that there's people in this world that you don't want to fuck with. You know, and Tyson's one of them. You know, he's a very smart guy. He's an evil genius. You don't want to fuck with someone like that. And Felipe apparently lost his job because he was being fake, and he was still hanging out with EDP and lying about it. You know, and guess what? His channel's gone now. So it's like, you really have to think before you start messing with a random person, because you never know where you're going to end up. Yeah, and listen, and Lamar, he is. And the fact that no one saw that coming is the weirdest thing ever. Like, ever. I didn't see that coming. You know, he seemed like a normal guy to me, other than his fucking shit talk. You know, his I'm taking a shit, stuff like that, like consistently. He was a normal guy to me, but I can't associate with people like that. You know, that's not what I believe in. I just don't. I think it's wrong. You know, I think it's wrong. And and he's gonna try to come back because he just doesn't get it. But whatever. Hey Nitro, this is Clash with Same. If you remember me, a fan of the whole damn. Yeah, I remember, I remember, bro. I remember your name. You used to be on for the Raining with Kyle. I remember that. You know, when coronavirus was around and we had nothing better to do. Run it back Philly doesn't really do play-by-play like that. Plus, you should collab with Luca Rosano one day. Luca Rosano I follow on Twitter. I'm pretty sure he follows me on Twitter too. He does play-by-play. He's Canadian. But to me, he doesn't come off as a fake person. He comes off as someone that genuinely likes what he's doing. You know, a lot of these people, I could just tell that you're just in it for themselves. Luca just doesn't seem like that to me. It's different. You know, like I said, I'm good at reading people. He doesn't seem like that to me. I think Luca's a hard worker. I genuinely think he's a hard worker. And maybe I will get a collab with Luca. I think he's like a Toronto fan or whatever. So maybe a Sixers-Toronto Raptors game. But, yeah. Bros is a good content creator, good person, too. It seems like it does. Let me see. Yeah, he really does. I agree. Let me see if there's anything else worth mentioning before I get out of here. But yeah, guys, I guess that's it. I'm gonna get out of here, and hopefully you like the stream. And it's up to you to do this. I'm not saying this to get viewers or subs. If you liked this stream, only if you liked it. If you disliked it, it doesn't count. Only if you liked this stream, feel free to leave a like. Only if you liked it. All right, that's up to you guys. But Further AM, he is a guy that started way back as an Eagles content creator, like way back. I think it was like 2009 or 2008, and I never really collabed with him. Wish I had a platform to create highlight videos without getting copyrighted. That's another bitch. You know, you have to find ways around it. Unfortunately, because the way the world works now is it's all money and it's all politics. So, yeah, it sucks, but maybe you'll find something one day, buddy. With that said, guys, I'm going to get out of here, and hopefully you guys like this stream. So, yep, that's my take. Have a good night, guys.